let's look at the main chances here. Very, very open. There's only 7 runners, but most given chances here. Long Yard is just the favourite, or equal favourite with Just Different. So Long Yard, last start winner to Berrigan, and that was over the 1500, a 6-year-old by Toy Pindari. 27 starts, 8 wins, 6 placings. Just Different, number 7. It ran a nice third last start at Wagga, is by Danehill Dancer, and has had 20 starts for 4 wins, 4 placings. And then you've got support now for Marcon. It was a winner 2 runs back at Canberra. Quality over 1600 that day. Should be hard to beat here. And Andy Bloomfield to ride. Regal Hawk, it's at 570. And it's had 2 runs back from a spell, a 4th and a 5th. And would be working into form now, likes the distance. Flare On, 810. And had run a couple of good seconds in a row then, and then met stronger company at Wagga behind a good field last start in an open over 1400 and ran 5th, but that was quite a good run too. And Handwood is given a chance too. Was a winner 4 runs back at Gundagai. Ran 8th at Canterbury last start behind Conquest over the 1900 and City Company. And the outsider of the 7 here is number 2 Sunlit Plains, who was actually a last start winner at Balranning, and it was a winner that day over 1400 despite final card. A Long Yard, just the favourite now, in front of Just Different. Regal Hawk, Marcon have both had support. So they're heading to the start. 1600 is the distance here for the running of the Leeton Cup. And
Long Yard at $5.20, and Flare On is at $9.90. So Regal Hawk at $3.20 is the favourite, but it is quite an open market for the running of the Lily Pilly Wines Leeton Cup. The runners are down behind the barrier stalls, and they're about to make their way into the gates. Thank you, Matthew. Welcome back to Leeton. Regal Hawk is the favourite for the feature race here today at $3.20, $3.40 now, number 5 Regal Hawk. 460 Just Different has been well supported. Now they start this race just behind the administration building. A little bit hard for me just to see them, but they are starting to occupy the barrier stalls. Now the field are moving up for a start in the Leeton Cup, almost a full circuit of the course, where number 5 is just the favourite Regal Hawk on the tote, 340. Number 7 at 740, Just Different. Thank you, Les. Welcome back to your listeners to Leeton, where the field in the feature race are not too far away. Just watching the last couple coming forward. Sunlit Plains goes up, the winner of the Spring Cup out at Balranald last Saturday. Long Yard, who won the Berrigan Cup last Saturday, is coming forward. Marcon coming up, and the field are just about set. Starting the race right behind the administration building, and it's almost a complete circuit of the Leeton track. Now, I'm just trying to see who's out at the moment. There's a riderless one there being run up. It's number 7, Just Different, who's going to be the last one into the barrier stalls for the Cup. So there's the rider of Just Different clambering up into the apparatus. Can't see his horse underneath him, but I presume it's there. Starter Mr. Bernard Delaney is on the side of the stalls, and the field in the Cup are not far away from being dispatched. 1600 the trip. Long Yard, Regal Hawk down near the inside with Flare On. The gates crash back and they're off in the Lily Pilly Wines Leeton Cup. Onto the course proper, there's a good charge, and from the inside, Long Yard and Flare On are 2 of the first to get going, and Sunlit Plains is whooshing around the outside quickly. In between runners when they'd settled down was the Leeton Galloper Handwood, followed by Marcon. Just Different was 4 and 5 deep heading down the back section, and 2.5 lengths off to Regal Hawk last of all. 1200 out in the Lily Pilly Wines Leeton Cup, and Just Different had circumnavigated them, took up the running down the back straight. Second, out 3 wide, going up Marcon, Handwood the centre, Sunlit Plains the rail. After 2 lengths is Flare On, followed by Long Yard, and Regal Hawk 2.5 away, about 8 lengths off the leader as they search out the 1,000-metre mark on the golf course side of the Leeton track. It's Just Different, the pilot in the Cup. At the 800 has 2 lengths to Marcon, Handwood third, 4th Sunlit Plains, and then Flare On. Second to last is Long Yard, and Regal Hawk is last of all as they're up along the side in the Cup now. There's about 8 lengths top to tail, and the leader in the Cup travelling up Just Different at the 550-metre mark. Handwood hard ridden second. They're followed by Flare On, Marcon. Right around the outside, Long Yard, wider still Regal Hawk, and Sunlit Plains got back to near the tail. They're on the apex of the turn in the Cup. Just Different still the leader. Now the swoopers starting to unfurl their spinnakers out wide, particularly Long Yard and Regal Hawk running on strongly now. Regal Hawk is flying down the outside, has reached the lead in in the Cup. Regal Hawk out wide. Getting out after him was Long Yard, but Regal Hawk's got the Leeton Cup all wrapped up, and the Hawk races home. Regal Hawk won it. He won it by 2.5 lengths to Long Yard. Third placing went to Flare On, then Sunlit Plains, followed by Hanwood. Further back was Marcon finishing back near the tail of the field, and Sunlit Plains midfield after the running of the Lily Pilly Wines Leeton Cup. Number 5, Regal Hawk, has come from the rear of the pack, about 8 lengths off the leader, travelling up past the 600. He got into the clear and came as the widest runner at the top of the lane. And Regal Hawk has whooshed home, ridden by Michael Hegney. I know Connections were a little disappointed with his run in his hometown cup at Berrigan last Saturday, but today he's made every post a winner and has defeated Long Yard, who defeated him in the Berrigan Cup last Saturday. So the 7 days has seen a turnaround of probably 3 lengths between the two horses, maybe a little more. Number 5, Regal Hawk, is trained by Mick Hartney. He's ridden by Michael Hegney today. This horse by Blevick, who was certainly a Derby winner or a place getter in his year. I remember the race, raced by KL Moa, by Blevick out of Super Supreme, a 5-year-old, and prepared at Berrigan by Mike Hartney, was ridden by Michael Hegney. Number 3 got the second, and that was Long Yard, ridden by Peter Roble, trained by Richard Free. Number 4 was third, Flare On, Brad Clark. And number 2, Sunlit Plains, ridden by Edward Brennan, finished in the 4th spot. Now, the margins and times aren't up there as yet. The numbers are 5, 3, 4 and 2. 5, 3, 4 and 2 after the running of the Lily Pilly Wines Leeton Cup. Regal Hawk, a little disappointing, they said, on face value in the Berrigan Cup last Saturday, but he's put his best foot forward today. Here are our margins. Now, if we can hold them still, I'll read them. 2 lengths by 1 3/4, 2 by 1 3/4, and 1:35.4 the time. That's a pretty good time, not far outside the best for the record here for the distance. 1:35.4, 2 by 1 3/4. Numbers after the running of the Cup are in the order of 5, 3, 4 and 2. So there you have it, after the running of the Lily Pilly Wines Leeton Cup. Regal Hawk, who was last at the 600 metre mark. Mick Hegney made his run as the widest runner, turning for home, and he quickly put paid to his rivals with about 200 metres to go and has held on to score a pretty solid win. Long Yard's run second, third placing to Flare On, and the place getters have returned. The riders are unsaddling following the running of the Cup. The last here at Leeton today is a Class 4 at 5:30.
Thanks, Alan. OK, nice win. Tony Brassell's special home there, and won very easily, didn't it? Regal Hawk, and was the best back runner in the race. Over Long Yard and Flare On, 660, 1690 at 83.80 the trifecta. And we're awaiting a first 4 there with number 2 running 4th, Sunlit Plains. Now, the runner there. Leeton, Regal Hawk, 320, 160, 240 Long Yard, Flare On no third, 660, 1690, 83.80, and the first 4, 5, 3, 4 and 2, $330. Okay, some news through from Andrew Bennett.